Hey everybody, it's Matt from You and Your Horror Movies, and welcome to my end of the month haul for my horror DVD and Blu-ray pickups for the month of May. Again, I hope everyone's having a safe time and being well. So let's get on with the pickups. Alright, we're going to go right off with the DVDs and then into the blues. I do have one box set, so I'll probably do the box set after the DVDs because I always forget to do box sets. Always. So without further ado, for DVDs, right off the bat, we have Alien 51. This is a very low budget creature feature alien movie. It was cheesy. I laughed my butt off on it. It was fun. I forgot who put this out, but it's got a couple trailers on here and everything, but just the way that monster looked was cheesy. So yeah. Next up we have a TV show, American Horror Story Apocalypse. I don't have many of the American Horror Stories. I just have Asylum and Coven. So I figured pick up Apocalypse. So I'll give this one a check. If anybody's seen Apocalypse, let me know. Next up, we have Area 51. Found footage flick that takes place about a bunch of 20-somethings break into Area 51 and they release some kind of creature, I guess, and it goes after them, some alien. It's found footage, so people who don't like found footage probably will not like this movie. I could give it a watch. If anybody's seen it, I'd like to hear your thoughts. This was cheap. Figured why not? I'll put this in the collection. Basics How To with Halloween Makeup. Yeah, I got this like super cheap. I could put it in the documentary section. So, in case you need to do Halloween, there you go. For one of my shitty shark movies, we have Bull Shark. Another one I had to watch. Probably watch it in July when Shark Week occurs. So yeah, there's the back. I heard actually interesting things on Bull Shark, so we'll give that one a shot. Dead by Midnight. Was it Why to Kill? This is an anthology. It was alright. There was some pretty cool stuff. The fake commercials are hysterical in this, especially the one with Kane Hodder. So yeah, that was a cool one that was like a cool killer cartoon character. Kind of reminded me of Evil Toons. So if you've seen that one, so yeah, Dead by Midnight, Why to Kill. Not bad little anthology. Next up is, I actually had the part 2, never had part 1, so I got Death Nurse. Now this is from the Slasher line, put up by, what is it, Slasher Video. I found this on eBay for a real good price, and I put a bid on it, no one else bid, and I got it. So I'm very stoked to get this version of Death Nurse. I never find the part 1. I found part 2 at a secondhand place. Figured, well, grab part 1. Next up is Horror High. It's a fun creature feature about a this. I guess he was the principal who pretty much opened a parallel world or a dimension or something and turned himself into this goblin-like creature. And of course, it picks off students who are tardy. Like the alarm goes off in the school, and they have to run to their class. If not, they get picked off one by one. It was a cool story. It's not gory or anything, but it had a cool practical effects and everything. Next up, got The Killer and I. I guess it's Kane Hodder and Michael Alosi. I guess it's to do with a book signing and everything. They follow him around, going to cons and everything. This looked a lot of fun, so I figured. I know it's based on the book. There's actually a book called The Killer and I. But I found the movie for a pretty good price, like on Amazon. So I figured I'll scoop that up, put it in the documentary section. And there's just the disc right there. It's kind of warped. It's kind of weird. So, The Killer and I. Another shitty shark movie. Hey, Land Shark. This is a cool Asian, I don't know if it's Japanese or China or whatnot, but there's the shark right there. Burrows through the land, burrows through the water. You can watch it on on YouTube if you want, with the subs or not. This is, I think, in English. So, yeah, it's a fun, cool killer shark movie. Kind of reminded me of like Deep Blue Sea, the first one, and of course it breaks loose. So it looked pretty fun. Next up, from the dollar store, I found Night of the Living Dead Reanimation. This has Andrew Divinoff and Jeffrey Combs in it, and it's got the 2D and the 3D. Never seen this one. I actually never knew about this one. I mean, it's a good thing. I don't know. If anybody's seen Night of the Living Dead, let me know in the comments down below, guys. Speaking of the dollar store, we got a bunch of dollar store pickups here. First one is called Recovery. This was actually really good. I recommend this one. It's pretty much a slasher in a woman's drug rehab clinic. Yeah, pretty much one girl is a war veteran, post-traumatic war, and pretty much she now has to figure out, ow, I'm getting attacked by my cat. So pretty much find out who the killer is. They think it's her and everything. That was actually pretty good. Some good kills. Next up is from the dollar store, The Scientist. Nah, this wasn't good. Pretty much, it's basically a origin story of a zombie apocalypse. The scientist who starts it, is trying to save his wife from dying. And he doesn't, of course, causes the zombies. And that's all you get. So you don't get much. I think my cat wants to come up and say hi. Where are you? Alright. You want to come up and say hi because I'm recording? There's Willow. We're going to do some horror movies together. Okay? Next up is another bad one called the Seagull. This is a weird, the daughter is pretty much the father takes the daughter, shoves her off a cliff, and shoves her off a cliff, and pretty much 10 years later, hi, this movie's pretty bad. Sends her off a cliff, and of course, I'm not gonna do this update. And pretty much, the daughter comes back after revenge. It's done really bad. So again, I found this for $1. I've never seen this at Walmart for like $10 or $20. I don't recommend it. So Seagull, no. All right. Next up, this is gonna be a challenge. We have Septic, put out by, was this Brian Pullen? He did Cryptoplasm, Blood Pigs, Morbid Tales. So it's all gory and gooiness. So Septic, yeah. And that's for the DVDs. Oh boy. Another one of those crazy Asian flicks. Serpent of Death. Yep. Another one of those weird, looks like a sci-fi channel movie, but it's actually not done in English. So I have a couple of these films. They're actually a lot of fun. If you like the old sci-fi channel movies, how they like those, you'll probably like these too. So yeah, Serpent of Death. So you're gonna hang up over here? Yep, she is. Okay, so now we're gonna get into the Blu-rays. Now with the blues, you know what? We're gonna do a bootleg, because this bootleg, this doesn't have an official release in the US. I think there's a Canadian release on DVD, but I had to do it. The Are You Afraid of the Dark TV show, seasons, it's all 91 episodes, seasons 1 through 7, and that's the back. So this is definitely a bootleg version, but very nostalgic. If you loved watching this show as a kid like I did in the 90s, this is fantastic. Yeah, see? Yep, Willow agrees. So definitely. I found it on eBay. My wife and I have been digging the hell out of it and watching it. Good time. Alright. Next up, we have a documentary. Behind the Monsters. This is from Shudder. And they do all different types of the classics, you know. Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Pinhead, Hellraiser, Child's Play, and Candyman. So, season 1, you can find this on Shudder. Very cool documentary. I definitely recommend it. Definitely adding this to the documentary series. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Next up is another bootleg. Unfortunately, there's no release of this here at all in the US. So I figured I'll grab a bootleg because you know all of a sudden when you do, it's going to get an official release. Someone's going to be like, oh, new release coming this month. Fuck you. But anyway, I'm glad if it does. And that is Blood Beach. Blood Beach, fun. It's kind of boring at some parts. But you know, I like these type of 80s movies. I actually still had this on VHS. The picture quality is really good on this bootleg. And yeah, cheesy from the 80s. Hopefully someday it gets the cool, real treatment. So when it does, I'll be definitely happy to upgrade. Man, you know, this is going to be hard to do, you know. She doesn't care. She's like, show the movies, give me love. Show the movies, give me love. See? Alright, next up. We have Claw. This is put out by Makeshift Entertainment, I think it is. What's David Sterling Entertainment? Probably a slasher. If anybody's seen it, let me know. Alright, next up is an upgrade with Cursed. Wes Craven's werewolf flick. It does have both rated and non-rated on here because the other Blu-ray that came with was cut. It was all edited. So the only way to get the unedited was with the DVD. So I kept my DVD, definitely keeping the Blu-ray with them on it, or they, one of them, and finally upgrading Cursed. It was a fun werewolf flick. Got some cool special features and everything. Next up, we have this Cursed. This one is a period piece. The trailer looks fantastic. I can't wait to get this one to watch. If anybody's seen this one, please let me know in the comments down below, guys. Cursed. Alright. Yeah, I did it. But Dark Knight of the Scarecrow Part 2. The original is the best. This one is not the greatest. A lot of CGI. No practical effects, pretty much. Like, even the blood is CGI'd. The kills were kind of okay. But the face, when it morphs, you can definitely tell it's CGI'd. Yeah. If you just look at it as just a Scarecrow flick, it's an okay just Scarecrow flick. But again, since it's done by the sequel from the original got them the best. They do bring up the original in this movie, but other than that, no. Next up, we have Darkstalkers, the OVA. Now, this one is based on the video game. I don't know if the video game came first or the anime came first, but I loved playing the video games on the PlayStations. I had part 3 on the PS2, I think it was, or PS1, I don't remember. But they're actually putting out a collection of the Darkstalkers on PS4. So I can't wait to pick that up when that gets released. But I always loved the anime, so yeah, Darkstalkers, can't wait to dive in. You don't care, do you? She's like, whatever. Wanna help me? Alright, Death Valley. Fun creature feature. War, bunkers, and all that weird shit. So yeah, Death Valley. I enjoyed it. It's still on Shudder, so if you're kind of on the fence, watch it on Shudder first. Okay, Willow. You're gonna go down. I got stuff to do. Ugh. I'm covered in cat hair. Next up, we have... I actually found this at one of Soundgarden for use for a couple bucks. Deep in the Darkness. One of the old Scream Factory's, it was like a Chiller release from Chiller TV. So they actually released Chiller films, as you can see right there. I hate the hole punch through the barcode, but that's how it comes. So yeah, it's not the greatest movie. It's an interesting creature feature type style, but it was entertaining. So I was happy to find that in the wild for a very good price. Next up, we have Demonic. This is one I have not watched yet. Let me know in the comments down below if you've seen this one. I've been hearing mixed reviews on it, so let me know, guys. Alright, we got Dino World. This is another, it's got American actors, but it's a Asian movie. Has to do with like a video game, like if the Hunger Games were virtual reality, or Battle Royale was a Hunger reality with dinosaurs. This is it. Pretty much these people are selected to play this game. If they get killed in the game, they're eliminated from the prize-winning ending. So of course, they die in the game, but they don't die in real life. They end up taking their VR masks off. But the dinosaurs looked really cool. It was okay for what it was. So don't expect, an insane killer dinosaur flick. You do get that, but you don't. It's kind of weird, but it is. Some shot on video dino ones. Galaxy of Dinosaurs. This one is another one of those shot on videos through Temple. It was released through it was a specific pack. I think it was like an 8-pack or a 12-pack or something. I have a couple releases. I don't have that actual pack. I've just been getting them separately. So this is the next one I wanted from that. And that's Galaxy of Dinosaurs. Some more killer dinosaur fun. Yeah. Upgrade. Ghost in the Darkness. I had the DVD. I'm definitely upgrading it. Of course, I actually don't mind this movie. Based on true stories of working on the railroad and everyone's getting attacked by lions. So it's a cool killer lion flick. Yeah. Next up, Girls Night Out. Fun slasher. Pretty much the girls are on a scavenger hunt through college dorms. They're getting picked off by this killer in a bear costume. The bear was the mascot. So the killer actually puts these claws through the costume and everything and picks them off. Awesome flick. So yeah, Girls Night Out. Thank you, Arrow, for putting that out on Blu-ray. I found this at Soundgarden and I figured I don't have it. And I saw it in the theater. I didn't like it in the theater. So it's been a long time since I've seen it. And it does come with the unrated version. So I'll watch the unrated version. Because a lot of times the unrated is so much better than the theatrical. Like Bye Bye Man. The theatrical shit. But you watch the unrated, it's watchable. So, and that is The Grudge. With Sarah Michelle Gellar. I saw it in the theater, wasn't a fan. So hopefully now, a lot of time has passed. So I'm picking up this version. I actually have a box set that has this on here. So this is pretty much an upgrade. I just never watched the box set. I realized... out of sight, out of mind, pretty much. Next up, another Soundgarden I found that was out of print and super cheap. I heard it's really good. That is The Guest. It's like a thriller deal. I haven't seen it yet. Let me know in the comments down below, guys, your thoughts on The Guest. Again, I found this for, I think, $8.99 or something. So I was definitely happy to scoop that up. And the other Soundgarden pickup for like $12.99, the double disc version of Hanger. This is from Unearthed Films, and this is one of the it's a 2-disc version here. Never saw this one. It's one of the Ryan Nicholson movies that I don't own, so I was kind of excited to scoop this one up. For some reason, someone brought it in to turn in for credit, and I'm snagging it up. Next up, from Dark Force Entertainment, we have Oh my god, I can't read backwards. Hard Rock Nightmare. I heard this werewolf film is not the greatest. And there's the other side artwork. But again, an 80s werewolf film I have never seen. Color me intrigued. I'll definitely watch it. So let me know, guys, if you've seen Hard Rock Nightmare. Hopefully the music's pretty good too. So yeah, I guess this glows in the dark with the eyes and the mouth. Dark Force. Yeah, I got a couple more, then I'll take a break. Hold Your Breath from Asylum. The trailer looked interesting. I'll give it a shot. I found this like super cheap. So anybody seen Hold Your Breath? Looks like a supernatural possession type slasher movie. I'll give it a shot. Hotel Fear from Mondo Macabro. I've been hearing really good things about this one, so I definitely want to scoop it up. And if you're wondering, I got 688 out of 1500. Pause if you need. So I guess it's like a rape revenge giallo, maybe. I don't know for sure. Let me know, guys, if you've seen it or not. I'd like to hear your thoughts on that movie. And then another silent movie. This is the one that I figured, what the hell, I'll give it a watch. And it's Jack the Giant Killer. Wow, this movie was not so good. It's kind of like a creature feature, but a lot of weird shit happens. You know how Asylum does. I know that Jack, the one that was in the theater, this is the mockbuster version of it. It definitely has a lot of horror elements, but the acting and the storyline, there's a lot of issues. And for this, I'll stop here with The Legend of the Seven Golden Vampires from Scream Factory. I know a bunch of people have been talking about this one to scoop it up, so I finally did. And yeah, I guess it's Hammer meets Kung Fu vampires and shit. So I'm excited because I've never seen this movie. Alright guys, that's it for part 1. I'll get the rest out for part 2 for you guys. Let me know in the comments down below your thoughts so far. And stay tuned for part 2. Later guys, stay safe. Peace.